Dark Knight Rises came out in 2012.
Okay, so it was probably like the first or second movie after Bane, maybe.
Yeah,
or like
yeah. And I know he said that playing Bane, taking on that role, really fucked up his body.
Oh,
and that he's like still suffering from
really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
stuff with his body for playing him.
Because I really liked him in the movie Legend, and I felt like he doesn't get enough. He doesn't get enough praise for his chops as acting someone else. Like when he plays a character, it's completely different from, a lot of characters that he's done already. Because a lot of people get typecast for sure in Hollywood, but for him, I feel like he's underrated, dude, as an actor. Like especially in this movie, you get to see it because he's the sleeper, dude.
Yeah, he's definitely got chops.
Mm-hmm. Definitely good acting skills. I mean, and then to go with a veteran actor like Gandolfini, it's kind of like
somebody who knows New York too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like bringing him on. Really, I feel like it made the story and the environment that much more authentic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But let's ask James what he thought.
Oh yeah. So I thought this is a really good one. I do remember seeing the trailer for this when it first came out. But I think I saw the trailer one time, and that was it. I never saw anything of it again. I don't know if it was just I wasn't at the time. I wasn't really looking for that type of movie or what. But I saw the trailer one time, and that was it. But yeah, so this is my first time seeing it also, and I think I have to agree with you, Vic, that you really do get to see like his acting in this, and in terms of Tom Hardy, and having Gandolfini, James Gandolfini in this. Since he's known for his role in Sopranos, it definitely fits the part, and you do like the way he plays his character, his Tom Hardy's cousin or Bob's cousin, was kind of like this guy who. Tom Hardy in the movie, he brings up this thing where they kind of had their own gang, back in the day when they were younger, and you do see like that desperation in Gandolfini's character, where like he still wants that, like he wanted to be a boss, or that respect, but he like Bob says, we flinched, and we lost that. We got checked, and we didn't fight back or anything, so we lost that respect. And you can see he's like he's an old dog who still wants to prove himself. And Bob is fine with just doing the day-to-day stuff and living his life, and that's his past, and he doesn't. He had fun, I guess, back in the day.
Yeah,
killing a couple people, I guess, whatever.
Yeah,
but. And this whole time, the movie, I was waiting for Tom to see that like action Tom Hardy.
Yeah,
like times where I can't remember the guy's name who was always creeping on him for his dog, for the pit bull.
Deeds.
Is it Deeds? Okay, yeah.
Eddie Deeds or something.
He's always like like out of nowhere, like in his face, and then I'm waiting for him. Like, okay, this is the point where Tom Hardy's gonna like beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, but he was kind of just acting like a pushover the whole time.
Yeah, and I think that's just his character. He's like, he's not going to strike until he needs to, and he didn't until the end. And Gandolfini's character, his cousin, even told him while he was on the phone, because they have this elaborate plan to kind of get to rob the big bosses and show them, and kind of stick a finger to them. And he tells them, don't fuck around with him. Just do what you're told. Because he's like, this guy you don't fuck around with, okay? Because he knew who he really was.
He's a crazy killer, dude. No matter what, he's a silent killer.
Dude, I loved how like you see like how unhinged he is at the end. And like when he looks in the mirror and there's like the blood, and then
yeah,
you see
it's all
half
cracked.
his face and half Deed's face.
Did you notice that? I noticed that, dude. That was that kind of creeped me out, dude.
When I watched it the first time, I had to rewatch it, and when it happened the first time, I'm like, wait, am I tripping or like is my like did I download it weird? Like, is there a glitch or something?
Yeah, because you see like half of his face in the broken mirror. I saw that, but I didn't say nothing when I was when I watched, because I just got literally finished watching it like right now, and I was like, whoa, and it looked like how his like he had his beanie on, right? It looked like he had his beanie on, yeah. But yeah, like you said, dude, his acting chops right there. Like, I was on the same boat with you, dude. I was like, when is this fool gonna fucking unleash venom and fucking kill these fools?
Yeah.
But yeah, very good, man.
Yeah, I love this movie. This is a great movie. I think I'll probably watch it again. I'll probably even show it to my grandparents because I know they like these kind of movies, and I just really like how you're saying the kind of the background of everything, if that makes sense. Like the setting. It's kind of present day, but there are still mobsters around who are still running money and doing stuff like that. There's the Chechens or Chechenians, whatever Chechens. There you go.
They even have a joke about that.
Yeah,
because Bob calls him out, calls Marv out, and he's like, "Damn Chechenians," and he's like, "They're Chechens." They're Chechens, Marv.
Yeah, he's like, you wouldn't call the Irishanians or something, or like some shit.
He's like, what the fuck are you even talking about?
Yeah. I like their dynamic between them too. Like, they really played off of each other. I felt like they were probably cool, like on and off set. Especially. I wanted to ask how far apart was this movie from the fucking end of Sopranos?
Oh.
When did Sopranos end? Like in 2005 or even before?
Sopranos was like early 2000s, right?
Mid 2000s.
Mid 2000s.
Let's say 2005. So like maybe 10 years or so from. Because I want to see if. Do you guys think it was long enough for Gandolfini to make a character as so close to actual Tony Soprano? Because how many people out there do you think? I mean, I know there's fanatics of The Sopranos. I never really got into Sopranos.
2007 it stopped.
Okay, so it's 7 years from there. Do you think he pushed that role because he liked that type of character for himself? Because I feel like, I mean, I've seen maybe 3 episodes of Sopranos, and you can tell me that was the fucking Sopranos movie, and I would have been like, oh yeah, that's fucking Tony Soprano, But 7 years from there, and then after it was already done, do you think that was long enough for him to kind of like take the same role?
Yeah. I think and this is just my perspective, but it was kind of fitting for him to take something so close to what made him who he was, as far as a star, I need to go out on. It was a strong role, and I feel like, and I know that Marv originally didn't even have as many lines. They went back and rewrote a lot of his lines because they were like, oh, we got Gandolfini, now we can do this. Now he can, because he can handle saying this shit.
Do you think that it wasn't originally written for? It was written for just anyone to play, because it wasn't written for him. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, because I mean, I'm with you I'm with both of you guys on the movie. I feel like it's one of those movies where I need to go back and rewatch it now that I know, and especially. I'm gonna show this to my grandpa for sure, because he fucking likes these types of movies. I mean, he'll probably sleep through half, but he'll love it because he does, especially if he's had his wine. But yeah, I feel like this is a movie that I can say that I finally saw and be like, yeah, have you seen The Drop? It's pretty good, dude. Check it out. Like, it's kind of different from what you expect from Tom Hardy, and then it's Gandolfini's last fucking movie, so Good job, Wesley.
I just wanted to bring a little attention to a movie that a lot of people don't even know exists, and I think
it's crazy. Like you say, this is really a sleeper. Like people, you could ask somebody, and they could be like, "What movie is that?" Like,
few and far between, you know.
Yeah, it is a sleeper for sure.
But at the same time, I love when movies fall through the cracks, because then you're able to go back and find them. You know what I mean? Like, say I didn't know about this movie, or somehow I didn't know that it came out. You know what I mean? And then I find it years later. You get to experience that movie for the first time then. You know what I mean? So there's something special in that, and that's what I've been doing with the 90s lately. Like finding movies that were made in the 90s with a great cast that I had no idea came out somehow. You know what I mean?
You know who's going to really benefit from that is like a generation from now. Mm-hmm. You know, because I didn't discover like, you know, like the Blade Runners and the Shining and like the Scarfaces until years later after they came out, like decade and a half later. I feel like the kids 10 years before us will find this 20 years from now and be like, yo, The Drop is a good movie, you know? So they'll probably look at it like how you look at 90s films, you know? Mm-hmm. And that's cool, because that's gonna be like the era that's, you know, it'll be represented pretty well, especially with these sleeper movies. And you know what, too? I was going to ask you guys, in 2014, what did this movie go against? Because it could have been outshined. I don't even know what was popular or what was released in 2014 during that time.
I actually don't. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I also, because it was released in September, so it came out in the fall. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure I remember anything.
Because it just barely grossed over the budget, right? Mm-hmm. Or it just barely went over the budget.
Well, to be fair, it was an indie film. I'm not sure how many screens it really did play on. You know what I mean? Like a smaller film like this, it might have been playing like at the Hillcrest Cinema and like the Ken, and shit, you know what I mean? Or they just didn't have money for marketing, so not enough people knew that even came out. You know what I mean? All those things can be a factor in a smaller movie like this. Yeah. But what's beautiful in a small project like this is that they're able to get this huge cast, and the movie that they did make was probably based because they were able to secure Tom Hardy and able to secure Gandolfini and Nomi. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm.
I feel like the roles that they played were really, really well. Like, I can't see, I don't know, I mean, when I thinking of Tom Hardy, I don't think of him like that. So for him to do that, something different, he probably was like, yo, I want to take something different than what I'm usually known for, you know? Mm-hmm. Especially coming right out of Bane, or coming right out of the Batman movies and stuff.
Yeah.
Here, I have a list of movies that came out in September of 2014.
Awesome.
The Maze Runner.
Oh.
The Equalizer with Denzel. That's a good one.
That's another good one.
A Walk Among the Tombstones with Liam Neeson. Pretty decent one.
Liam Neeson's knee, son.
Tusk. Kevin Smith's Tusk.
Oh, dude. That movie's nuts.
Have you seen it?
I've seen parts of it. Yeah. Eli told me about that. Shout out to Eli.
It's a good movie. The Guest.
Which one was that one where they take over the bodies?
No, it's with Dan Stevens, where he's like some kind of mercenary, and he comes home from the war, and he says like he goes home to his buddies, like gets killed overseas, right? Uh-huh. So he comes home, and basically he's like, oh, my buddy told me to take care of his family, so he goes home to take care of the family, but he has another agenda.
Yeah.
I think I seen that shit, dude. But
check it out.
It's pretty good.
Did you? I think you. No, I don't know. Somebody might have told me.
Or
about
we
that
did
movie.
A show. We did maybe listen to the show.
You did the show?
Yeah, we did an episode on it.
Okay. Yeah, I probably listened. More than likely, I listened to that shit. Because I'm like, did I see that? That sounds familiar.
Super throwback.
Yeah, that's when we played the score live in the background.
Oh, on record?
Yeah.
Okay, I remember now, dude. And you played it over and over and over again, right?
Yeah.
Like 18 times. I remember, dude.